Okay, so I have a decent number of keyboards, but the problem with all of them, as you can see, some of them are behind me, some on my desk, but the problem with all of them is that they're all either 60% or TKL, and I needed something for the office, for work, that had a number pad. So I had to go out and get myself a keyboard, which is where this guy comes in.
Nice.
This is the Epomaker EK98, and as you can see, it has a 98 key layout, including a much needed number pad.
First off, guys, if you are enjoying this type of content, please make sure to like this video and sub to the channel. I really do appreciate it.
Okay, so first off, with the unboxing, this is not my first Epomaker product, so I am very happy with a lot of their keyboards that I purchased in the past. You can see most of them up there are Epomaker, and the one I'm currently using at home is the Epomaker i75 custom build that I did, and it was very easy for me to pick up this keyboard when I saw the price during Black Friday. This keyboard, I picked it up for 60 bucks US, I think it was 90 Canadian at the time. Which when I saw that, I figured, you know what, it's worth the risk, taking a shot with it. Brand I know, price that makes sense, so I figured, why not? So starting with the keyboard, you do get in the box a USB-C cable. It is detachable, which is always a plus, so you could put your own braided cable if you want, or your own spiral coil cable, whatever you want to put, a custom cable. It does come with extra mechanical switches because this is a hot swappable board, which is very nice at the price point. And you do also get a keycap puller and switch puller 2-in-1 tool with it as well, along with the manual. Okay, so starting with the design, the EK98 follows a compact 98% layout, blending a full number pad with a streamlined footprint in this nice little body over here. The build quality is solid, featuring a sturdy plastic case that has some flex to it, but nothing too crazy. Doesn't feel cheap at all whatsoever. It is all a plastic case, so there is no metal on the case to give it some decent weight or something, but it does feel pretty sturdy. So the stock keycaps that it come with are made with PBT dye sublimation, but they do offer a nice smooth texture that is still fairly grippy, so your finger doesn't slide off from one key to the next, and they do have a nice crispy legend on it, which is easy to identify. And over the past month to 6 weeks that I've been using this keyboard, I have not noticed any like oil stains or any natural oils from my fingers being left on the keycaps to make them slippery, and not see any fading of any of the keycaps as well. The legends are still as crispy as they were on day one, which is a plus with this PBT keycaps. So one of the features that really attracted me to this keyboard when I was doing my research was the fact that it is a triple thread connectivity. So it does obviously come with a USB-C cable, so you could connect it wired to your desktop, laptop, whatever you're using, with the USB-C connector at the top right of the keyboard, or it does have Bluetooth functionality, and on top of that you could do wireless with the USB dongle that comes with it. So you do have 3 ways of connecting the keyboard to multiple devices at the same time. And to switch it up between connections, well, wired, you just have to plug it in, and then on the side over here is where you have up. So this is kind of like wired mode, dead center in the middle, where it's not using any of the battery. On the top here, you have the USB wireless, and then you go down and it still turns on, but now you're on Bluetooth connectivity, so you need to pair it with the device that you want to use, and then you put it back in the middle for no battery gain. Now, one thing that I do love about this keyboard is where Epomaker decided to hide the dongle. So a lot of times, you know, there'll be a spot for it on the side of the keyboard or something where you can have the USB dongle, but this is a way to make sure that you don't lose it. It's really on the back here, and you know what, at first it took me a while to realize it, but it's actually hidden right there behind the kickstand for the thing, which is really great because it not only allows you to make sure that you take it with you when you go somewhere, but it limits it from falling out and losing it at the same time.
Now, obviously, a keyboard like this is going to have RGB all over it, so it does have RGB with south-facing LEDs, and you could pick, obviously, with the preset themes and colors that are built into the keyboard, which is nice because you don't always want to download software, external software, to just control RGB on the keyboard, but obviously that's an option as well. But you could do everything directly on the keyboard by using the FN keys and then picking your color, your pattern, your brightness, or just turning your RGB on and off from there. So that is obviously a plus because, you know, especially like on a work laptop, IT doesn't really allow you to download extra software or anything like that. So you can't really do that. So you have the adjustability for the height, so you could have it flat, you could have it on level 1 or on level 2 to just give you more of an incline on the keyboard for your preference. That's always great options to have on keyboard. Not every keyboard has that anymore, so it's nice that you have that adjustability factor to it. Now, the highlight of this keyboard and the version that I chose is with the Zebra mechanical switches, and I wanted to go with a switch that I never tried or tested before in the past, and that's what these Zebra mechanical switches are. They are linear, so they don't have that extra click to them. They're not tactile like blue switches, and I guess they're just called Zebra switches because they're white and black. Is my only guess to it. They are hot swappable, so you could switch them out to put 3-pin, 5-pin, doesn't matter, but it does come with the Zebra switches already installed, so you can just take them out and put whatever switch you really want. I just went with the Zebra switches on this one because that's one of the versions that it came with, and I had never tried it before. They are factory pre-lubed on a stabilizer, which reduces any like rattle or scratchiness, which is really nice, so that's one less thing you have to do. You could obviously lube them a bit further if you want. And with a bit of modding, if you like to add maybe some modding foam or tape or another layer, then you could definitely elevate the acoustics and the feel of the keyboard. But for the price point out of the box stock, it's fantastic, to be honest. I can't really complain at this price point. At $60 US, you're definitely getting an action-packed full keyboard that has those little extra benefits to a more enthusiast level with the factory preloop, the hot swappable switches, PBT keycaps. You're getting a bit of that, next level of somebody that doesn't really know anything about keyboards. You're getting those little added value things that you're not going to find necessarily on more expensive keyboard coming from name brands that have their own proprietary switches and stuff like that, where you're forced to use their keycaps, their switches, their plastic. Like it just gives you a bit of that extra, enthusiast level things on it, which is really nice to see. It depends on your use case, right? Because it's 98% full size keyboard. So is that a pro or a con? It really depends on your use case. For me, for what I'm going to be using for, it's a pro because I need a number pad for work. If you're only somebody that's going to be grinding, FPS shooters and have minimal space on your desk, and you're not going to have the keyboard properly like this in front of you, and you're going to be one of these guys like this, then maybe the 98% is a bit of a con for you and you want just like a 60% keyboard. I forgot the exact price, and it was a while ago, but let's say my Durgod, right, my first ever YouTube video was on the Durgod. I love that keyboard, and that was like $130, and it has a better maybe build quality. At the end of the day, it does feel more premium and heavier, but it doesn't have some of the features like this. Even the switches, they're not pre-lube, the switches aren't as good, the keycaps are good, so I'm not going to say anything about that. But there's some features that you could go out and spend more, especially if you go for like a Logitech or Razer keyboard or like a HyperX or something, whatever, that aren't going to come close to being as good of a quality as this mechanical keyboard, to give you the same sense, typing experience. And it's going to cost twice as much. This was definitely a home run for what I'll be using it for. I needed something for the office that wasn't too clicky, but it gave me a great typing experience. So whether you're a gamer, a typist, or just somebody that wants a good all-around wireless keyboard, I definitely recommend checking the EK98 out. It has a bunch of features for a very affordable price. And if you get it on a discount like I did, then it's definitely worth it. So let me know what you guys think about this keyboard. And obviously when I was shopping for Black Friday, I couldn't just buy the EK98. At the same time, the EK68 was on special. So that'll be my next review. So I ended up getting 2 Epomaker keyboards for Black Friday. So let me know what you guys think about the EK98 in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this type of review, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, because the next one will be on the EK68, which I also purchased during Black Friday because I have no control when it comes to buying things on special, especially keyboards, because I am not smart with those decisions, as you can see. So make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel for reviews, tech, and anything in between, and I will catch you guys next time.